Hello everyone, this is Sandy An for Chinese Character Bible. This time we are going to review why specific Chinese character has specific tone number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I hope for Chinese language learners, this is going to be a totally new way of learning Chinese characters. Okay, we are going to review one by one. Hello everyone, this is Sandy An for Hanja Bible. This is a very special time for you who can speak English, also wants to learn Mandarin Chinese characters and language. But so many people are in trouble. Why specific Chinese character has specific tone number? So let me explain it. There is a principle for tone number 1. So that means why specific character has specific tone number 1. This is a totally new way of learning Chinese characters and pronunciation, pinyin, and tone number. Okay, I'm revealing these secrets for the first time in the world, I guess. So please focus. Okay, I'm a South Korean. I was born in South Korea, and I already revealed this principle for Korean people in a separate lecture on my channel. But in English, this is the first time. Uh, if you have learned Chinese characters, Mandarin, you know there are 4 different types of tone numbers on each character. Yeah, you may already know the shapes of 4 tone numbers of Mandarin. Yeah. I have addressed this do, re, mi, fa, sol. Yeah. There are 4 tone numbers in Mandarin Chinese. So tone number 1, just like this. Yeah, sol tone. And tone number 2, just like this. And tone number 3, just like this. And tone number 4, just like this. Okay, please remember these shapes of each tone number, please. Yeah, we are going to start from the shape of tone number 1 of Mandarin. Tone number 1, the shape just like this, sol tone. We are going to derive from this shape the 4 major concepts. The tone number 1 shape is very high, tall, and long, lengthy, and it's straight, very straight shape, and high shape, long shape, straight shape. And also it is horizontal, flat shape, even shape. Okay, so from this shape we have derived these 4 major concepts. Okay, when I was young, I started to learn Chinese language, Mandarin, but I just wondered because uh, I couldn't remember all the Chinese characters, tone numbers. I realized that in Chinese characters, there are only just about 400 syllables, pinyin. 400 syllables, just over 400 syllables, maybe 428 syllables in Chinese language. So that means if there is not the concept of this tone number, Chinese language cannot be established as a language. In Korean language, we have so many sounds, nearly unlimited. We can make unlimited sounds in our characters. Yeah. It's an alphabet-based language, yeah, South Korean and Korean language, but Chinese is totally different. So in Chinese language, they must have tone numbers for each character. Okay, I just looked after and searched internet at that time, uh, a book which teaches the tone number principle, but no such one in the world at that time, but still this time no such book. But I wondered, maybe in Chinese people, in their subconsciousness and unconsciously, they know, yeah, there must be a rule for tone number principle, but there is not. So I have studied in Excel. I have input so many Chinese characters and pronunciation, and then I could find the rules, the principle. So I would tell you. For example, the sky, Tian, this character, you will learn later. Sky, Tian, and mountain, Shan, and high, Gao. Uh, these three characters have the value of tone number 1. Uh, so if you think about the sky, it's high. Sky is high, and mountain is high, and high, Gao, in itself, it has the meaning of high. So high, the conceptual value, decides the tone number I have found. So sky, Tian, high mountain, Shan, high, yeah, Gao, all have tone number 1 value. So I could finally find the principle of tone number 1. Meaning of each individual character dictates or dominates the tone number value. From this tone number 1 shape, we have derived 4 major concepts from the shape: high, tall, high, tall, tone. It's long, lengthy. It is shaped straight and horizontal and flat. Okay, it's soul tone, steadily high sound. So I added another similar concept of tall. Okay, and from the shape of this tone number 1, it's relatively long pronunciation. So I added another synonym, lengthy. And the shape of the tone number 1 is also very straight. And it is very flat as well. So I added another similar concept of even. And then you and I extend these 4 basic concepts up to 3 more levels, following our basic daily language concepts, which is so natural and self-explanatory. Okay? Do you agree with this? Maybe, yeah, please. And generally speaking, and then high, high level of beings or people have many or much. So they might be so arrogant, up to the level of almost, utmost, and to the extreme. Almost, utmost, to the extreme. I am extending the basic concepts, 4 basic concepts derived from the shape of the tone number 1. And long, lengthy. Long ones tend to extend, to spread, unfold, and broadening. And going forward, to be long-lasting, living long. Long-lasting and living long. By means of thin, light, and flying far away. Thin, light, flying, going far away. Okay? I'm making the conceptual values of tone number 1. Do you agree with this? In a normal language, daily normal language, conceptually, okay? And straight means you in this world go forward, proceed, and advance in a consistent, unchanging, sincere, and honest manner to be just, right, fair, and righteous. Yeah, you are going forward, proceeding, and advancing in a consistent, unchanging, and sincere and honest manner, also in the manner of just, right, fair, righteous manner. Okay? Chinese characters, if they have these conceptual values, that such individual character has the tone number 1 value, okay, for you to remember easily. And flat, straight, and then flat. Flat, the 4th lowest concept, is extended to the concepts of normal, usual, general, and same. Normal, usual, general, same, equal, and equal. And people like some of us who are in reality somewhat solid, hard, stiff, dry, and stubborn. If you are so normal in your mind, you might be in trouble because you may go into the solid, hard, stiff, dry, and stubborn state. And they normally even go to the level of so private, selfish, greedy, even cruel and merciless. So in this way, I could develop the conceptual values of the tone number 1. Simply speaking, the meaning of each individual character dominates the tone number value. Okay, I just hope you understand this conceptual development of analogical expansion of three-step concepts. For tone number 1, value, the principle of tone number 1. Okay, thank you for your listening, and see you next time for tone number 2. Hello everyone, this is Sandy-an. In addition to the tone number 1 principle previously addressed, this time I'm going to tell you about the tone number 2 principle. Why specific Chinese character has specific tone number 2 in Mandarin Chinese. Okay, this is a totally new way of learning Chinese characters. Okay, I assume you already know there are 4 tones in Mandarin Chinese. We are going to look at the tone number 2. We are going to start with its shape. Okay, tone number 2. Like tone number 1, we are going to derive 4 major concepts from the shape of tone number 2 of Mandarin. Yeah, look at this shape, please. And this shape reminds us looking or facing upward, from down to up. It's going up, rising, ascending. It's lifting, raising. I just added another key concept here. Lifting, raising reminds me of thanking, praising, maybe to God. Okay, so these are the major 4 key concepts of the tone number 2 from its shape. Please try to remember. Please look at these 3 characters, God, and 10, the cross you have learned, and man. These 3 characters have the same tone number 2. Shun, shun, shu, run, ren, ren, shu, shun, God. The cross, Jesus Christ, and man has the same tone number value, number 2. Why? Okay, principle of tone number 2. As I said, meaning of each individual character dictates or dominates the tone number value. From the shape of this tone number 2, we have derived 4 major concepts: looking or facing upward, from down to up, going up, rising or ascending, and lifting, raising, and thanking and praising. Okay, the number 2 tone number 2, it is the sound going up from re to sol tone. Now conceptually, the tone number 2 starts from looking or facing upward. Then it goes from down to up. Then it is actually going up, rising, ascending. Okay? And the fourth basic concept is lifting and raising from down to up, from which I added, as I told you, thanking and praising to God. Okay, and then we are going to develop these basic concepts to the next level. So you and I extend these 4 basic concepts up to 3 more levels, following our basic daily language concepts, which is so natural and self-explanatory. Please agree with that. You are looking or facing upward to a being existing in the high above, maybe God, who is perfect, full, intact, almighty, or faultless, right? Just think about Jesus Christ. He's perfect, he's full, intact, almighty, and faultless. Okay? A being existing in the high above, perfect, full, intact, having all in faultless status. Okay? And then from down to up, we are thinking of God's will and praying to Him. Yeah, many people do that. Or some of us reversely rebel in fighting against God, depending on the situation. Okay, there are 2 types of people, from down to up, thinking of God's will and praying to Him, reversely facing or fighting against God. They blame God. Okay, there are totally different approach or attitude to God, depending upon the situation. People do that. This reminds me this concept very difficult to solve. The profound, deep, difficult issues in life. Do you agree with this? Profound, deep, difficult matters we are facing on a daily basis. Profound, deep, or difficult. Also, people are going up, rising, ascending. Why? Uh, they are aiming at following respectful. If you respect your parents, you want to follow, you respect them. So you are aiming at those behaviors, okay? Being eagerly wanting something or longing for something. Eagerly, why do you follow? Why do you respect somebody? Yeah, in that case, you eagerly wanting something or longing for, aiming at, derives these next level concepts. Also, so they clearly want some catching, completing, or finishing of what they wanted. Yeah, catching, completing, finishing. These are the concepts level by level. Okay, and this one, they are lifting, raising something, in other words, raising a part of their body, enhancing spirits to achieve something by giving true effort, trying to get, okay, raising a part of body from a bent position, enhancing spirits. To do that, giving true effort, after that actually, giving true effort, trying to get something. This means pursuing higher values or better thing in life. Pursuing higher value or better thing in their life. Okay, I guess you will understand this conceptual development. Yeah, so if a specific character has one or two or three more conceptual conceptual values of this table, then that character has the tone number 2 value. This is the principle of tone number 2. Okay. If you have any question, please leave your message, and I will look after. Okay. This is not an absolute rules, but I have found in this way we can quite easily remember why specific character has tone number 2 value. Okay, thank you very much for your listening to the end, and see you next time for tone number 3 value and the principles for tone number 3. Thank you. See you next time. Hello everyone, this is Sandy An. We are going to look at why specific Chinese character has specific tone number 3. We already looked at the tone number 1 principle and tone number 2 principle. So this time we are going to look at tone number 3 principle. Please never mind, this is Korean language and in English. We are going to look at tone number 3. Yeah, this one. Okay. Yeah, we are going to derive 4 major concepts from the shape of the tone number 3. It starts from here and going down and going up again. Okay, so from this shape, please focus on the English. This shape is having left and right and up and down, right? And from down to up, from down to up, and up and down, and down to up. And it is the shape, the concave in the middle. Yeah. Among the 4 tones in shapes, this is only the tone shape concave in the middle. And its lowest sound, it's low, low, lowering, and lowered from the start. Okay, so I have derived these 4 major concepts from the shape of the tone number 3 of Mandarin. Yeah, three characters meaning water, this character, and meaning vessel, this one, and meaning owner, this one, all having the same tone number 3. Shui, shui, kan, zu. Yeah, the question is why these characters have tone number 3 value. Okay, you have not learned these characters, not yet. But I will explain why these characters have the specific tone number 3 conceptual value. Okay. The principle of tone number 3. As I said, meaning of individual character dictates or dominates the tone number value. We have derived from the shape of the tone number 3 the four major concepts, basic concept from the shape, having left and right, and up and down and up and down, concave in the middle, low, lowering, lowered. Okay, these are the main four concepts. We are going to start with this, the basic concepts, and what we will do is analogical expansion of the three-step concepts, expansion of the concepts. Tone number 3 starts from having left and right, and up and down and up and up and down, and concave in the middle, low, lowering. Okay, then let's go to the next level of conceptual development. If we are in the situation having left and right and up and down, we need taking balance and harmony among them. Yeah, taking balance and harmony, up and down harmony, and left and right harmony and balance, right? And by being careful, thoughtful, safe, and stable, measures or something, whatever. So careful, thoughtful, safe, and stable. So this is the conceptual development. And next, down and up and down, reminds us the concept of moving. Yeah, just think about the waters in the valley, streaming in the valley, fluctuating, waving, flexible. Yeah, it is very soft, liquid, and fluid materials moving in quiet, slow, leisurely manner. Yeah, fluctuating, waving, flexible, which is soft, liquid, and fluid. Streaming, quiet, slow, and leisurely. Okay, can you imagine that? Just think about the water. Yeah. And the concept of concave in the middle reminds us of the shape of a vessel, container, and receptacle. Vessel, container, receptacle. Yeah. Kan. This is a vessel. Yeah, concave in the middle, right? The vessel and container embraces something, acceptance, maybe intolerance, right? Yeah. which are the tools for embracing, acceptant, tolerant. With a wide, spacious, and generous mind. If we want to accept intolerance, somebody we may hate, but if we have a wide, spacious, and generous mind, we can embrace all of them, right? So in this way, we are expanding the concepts. And lowered people normally become small, short, weak, few, little. Yeah. Just think about the child. They are small, short, weak. Yeah, in numbers, few, little, amount, even in amount. Yeah. Therefore, they might be humble, modest, and obedient. Humble, modest, obedient, which is actually beautiful, good, and wise. In the end, in life, maybe beautiful, good, and wise. So we can derive these conceptual values from the shape of the tone number 3. These four major key basic concepts. So if a Chinese character has one or two or even more uh, conceptual values in this table, that character will have the tone number 3 value. So we can easily remember the character has got the value of tone number 3. So for Chinese learners, Chinese character and Chinese language learners, it can be a guideline for them to easily and quickly catch uh, the tone number principle for each character. Okay? Okay, thank you very much for your listening and see you next time for tone number 4 value. Okay? Thank you. See you next time. Hello everyone, this is Sandy Yan for Hanja Bible and Chinese Characters Bible. This time we are talking about tone number 4 principle. Why specific character, Chinese character has specific tone number 4. This is going to be a totally new way of learning Chinese characters. Okay, many people are in trouble in remembering why a specific Chinese character has specific tone number. From foreigners' point of view, we have to remember, but there has been no book or guidelines or rules or principles why, explaining why. So we are going to look at why. Okay, we are talking about the tone number 4. Yep. From the shape of tone number 4 of Mandarin, we can derive from its shape the four major key concepts. The tone number 4 starts from here and ends here, just like this. So looking or facing downward from up to down, it's falling, descending, and going down. Quickly, fast, but I have added two more key concepts here. If you want to move quick and fast, that might be important, or if you wish, empathic, right? So four major key concepts from the tone number 4 shape, we can derive these key four fundamental conceptual elements. This is the way I have addressed on the same basis for tone number 1, 2, and 3. Okay? The question is why these three characters, meaning below, big, and heavy, have the tone number 4 value, 下, 大, 重. Yeah, below the character here, you will learn all of these characters later. But these characters have the tone number value 4. 下, 大, 重. Yeah, meaning below, big, heavy. So we need to understand why these characters should have the specific tone number value 4. In each character, in the channel lectures, for each character I will explain. So at this moment, you just review and listen to the logics, okay, as a principle for tone number 4. Okay, principle of tone number 4, the meaning of the character, meaning of each individual character, Chinese character, dominates or dictates the tone number value. As I said earlier, for tone number 1, 2, and 3. From this shape of tone number 4, we have derived these four major fundamental basic concepts: looking or facing downward, from up to down, it's falling, descending, and going down, quickly and fast. Maybe when you are moving quick and fast, that matter you are facing might be important and empathic. Yeah. So from these basic four concepts, we are going to develop the concepts in 3 more steps. In a way, analogical expansion of the 3-step concepts here. So let me explain. Any lives or matters looking or facing downwards tend to have the characteristics of deficient, in lack, in debt, in fear, maybe shortened to a half, right? When you are in a high position in wealth or health, whatever, but when you start looking or facing downwards, you might be in deficient position, or in lack, or in debt, or in fear, or your wealth or health became into a hard position. And in that situation, many people can become sensual, sexual, desperate. Sensual, sexual, desperate. And so most of them are man-made, worldly, subject to death. Man-made, worldly, subject to death. Destined to die. Yeah. Something like that. Can you imagine this type of conceptual development? Yeah. Looking or facing downwards, from this concept, we can develop these concepts. Maybe you may not agree with this, but please try to understand this is not the fundamental rule or law, but I would suggest for the first time why specific Chinese character has specific tone number. Yeah. I have studied so many years for Chinese characters and Korean Hanja, and I have tried to interpret in symbolic way and in biblical way. I have found these rules, so I'm just addressing. I don't know if you agree with this, but I have to try. And the concept from up to down, yeah, from the shape, reminds us that something is from up to down, penetrating, pressing, pushing with power. Penetrating, pressing, pushing with power, from up to down, by some authoritative, ruling or governing existence. Yeah, authoritative, ruling, governing something. Yeah, yeah. Maybe God. Also, this reminds us the precious gift from sky or God from up to down. Precious gift from sky or God. From up to down, we receive precious gift from God, who is authoritative, ruling, and governing. Okay, do you follow me? So the next concept, the concept of falling, descending, and going down reminds us that something heavy, weighty, yeah, heavy one and weighty one is falling, going down, because even big, strong, robust ones, yeah, heavy, weighty, might be big, strong, robust. Uh, they will be falling down in the end. So they might be broken, ruined, dead when fallen down. Okay, and God hates, dislike all of these. Broken, ruined, dead. God hates and dislikes all of these. And the final concept of the 4 key concepts here, the concept quick, fast, important, empathic, reminds us that something important is very near, close to us. Very near, close to us. And that situation is quite clear, firm, and decisive. Maybe in the end, but I hope not. But it's inevitable in the end, near, close, in a quite clear, firm, decisive manner in the end, shown in a strict, precise, and repetitive manner as well. Strict, precise, repetitive manner. So we are responsible to deal with these matters in a forceful and compulsory manner sometimes. Okay, so in this way we have expanded the 4 major key concepts for turn number 4 principles for you to remember as a foreigner when you are learning Chinese characters. This is very conceptual development of the concepts from the shape, of the tone. So I will explain this table for each character when it comes up. So never mind at this moment. You just need to know how these concepts for each tone number for Chinese characters have been derived. It is the shape. It is the shape. Okay? Okay, thank you very much for your listening to the end, and see you next time.